What's up? Today I'm going to check out another manga. It's called Ad Astra. It's a historical seinen manga. This is the story of the two of the greatest military commanders in history, the Roman Publius Cornelius Scipio and the Carthaginian Hannibal. The story follows them from their early life. The description says that Hannibal and Scipio are driven enemies. So let's see what it's all about. So, to the first chapter. And the first chapter is about 50 pages long. I've been looking forward to reading this manga. I'm usually very interested in history, so I hope this will be good. To reach glory and embrace victory, man is capable of enduring pain and overcoming danger. As we know that the Romans experienced glory and triumph after mercilessly engaging in battles. So the first page tells us about the history of the Romans. However, while the Romans were enjoying their victories, they also had no idea that the humiliation of the defeat had given birth to a monster thirsting for revenge. A monster named Hannibal. He was the future commander of the Carthaginian troops who would become the worst nightmare of the Roman army. So ships are sailing. The enemy is heading towards us. Probably the Romans who are attacking northwest of Sicily, Carthaginian army stronghold. Oh, Baal, god of thunder. It seems like someone is praying. Hamilcar Barca, commander of the Carthaginian army in Sicily. This Hamilcar guy is the commander of Sicily. This is the end for I don't know how to say this. Honestly, Carthago. This is the end for Carthago. Hannibal, how can you say such a thing? This is a total defeat. Hannibal is the eldest son of the Barca family. So that Hamilcar is probably his father, but Rome doesn't have great interest in going after Sicily. What's that? What's happening? So the Romans will go after Africa directly without going through Sicily. Hannibal says, in short, Carthago already lost. He's only 6 years old, but this kid is already a visionary. And someone, I guess it's his father, asks him, does that upset you? Not really. Hannibal answers, this battle marks the end of a war between two countries blinded by greed. I have nothing to do with their ambitions. How come such a sharp and knowledgeable spirit be so remote from emotions? Okay, here we get to know who Hannibal is.
It says, Hannibal was the first son in the Barca family, born after many daughters. They welcomed his birth with joy and laughter, but the newborn didn't even cry and refused his mother's milk. Days passed by, and he still didn't move. He just kept staring with lifeless eyes.
As if the gods had forgotten to put a soul into him.
Hamilcar was awfully overwhelmed. In order to ask the gods to give the Barca family a strong and brave male heir, acting according to the Carthaginian customs, he decided to offer the baby as a sacrifice to Baal.
It's probably their god.
O Baal, Lord of the heavens, we offer you the newly blossomed life. May you grant the wish of his family.
What the fuck is happening? Wait. The baby says Baal is still a fucking baby. How can he talk? The baby speaks again and says, O Baal, Lord of the heavens, we offer you this newly blossomed life. How is this possible? The priest says, the child is already capable of speech. Give him back. His father says, may you grant the wish of his family. The kid says, ooh, goosebumps. Really fucking scary. It's a miracle. Yeah, sure it is. For this storm, Baal gave a soul to our child. Okay, Hannibal means grace of Baal. Han means grace and Baal, well, the god Baal. Okay, that explains it. The child was endowed with extraordinary intelligence. The father asks his advisor, Silenus, a Greek, do you think he's capable of becoming the hero who will save Carthago? Yes, I have no doubt about that. The father says, even if this child has been endowed with intelligence and knowledge from Baal, he still lacks the most important thing. He's hardly anything but a book that took the form of a body. He knows happiness and pain, but he has never felt them. We must face the fact that Hannibal is not favored by the gods. It is the sad truth. The father looks depressed. Okay, soon after that, Hamilcar was forced to lay down their weapons. And with that, the war ended with Roman victory. The peace treaty imposed Carthago a non-aggression pact, a cession of all claims to Sicily, and also the payment of a massive indemnity. So, for the defeated, it wasn't too long until they started struggling with the consequences of their surrender. Now we are in Sardinia, Temple of Baal. So the Carthaginians and the Romans are in discussions on the island of Sardinia. They're discussing who's broken the treaty. Okay, so the Romans want money, so they will pay Rome because they don't want a war, I guess. Nevertheless, money doesn't solve everything. You forgiveness for betraying the gods and the treaty that binds you to Rome. The Roman dude says that he will take your wives. Such action goes against the Senate's directives. How many of your men have died in this war? They will probably become slaves. Just as I said, what does that even mean? They will be their slaves. Or maybe worse. Who knows? Carthaginian commanders are bowing down before the Roman. And then a lightning strikes Hamilcar, Hannibal's father, says, or thinks, Baal, the god of thunder, condemns my decisions. That kid is laughing. Impossible. The child never laughed in his life. What could have happened? Hannibal. Rome is strong, Hannibal says. It's good to be strong. You can take anything you want from the hands of the weak. Money, lands, women, even pride. But there is one thing that you can never take from them. Do you know what that is? Madness. The madness of those who lost everything. And he starts laughing again. I understand that you're not in your right mind. That said, I will not tolerate any more insolence. If you want to live, go and join your peers there. What? He climbs the table. How dare you? Fatty says. Getting on a table is not enough to touch the gods, but even a kid can look down on Rome if he has the courage to take the first step. This Hannibal guy is crazy, once quite fearsome, launching a storm capable of sending 100,000 Roman Navy soldiers to the bottom of the sea, now reduced to manipulating a puny and ghastly kid. They are arguing, clearly. Rome cannot kill me, Hannibal says. It seems like a fight is going to occur. The Romans and the Carthaginians draw their swords and run towards each other. What's wrong with them? They all lost their minds. Yes, it's the madness of those who lost everything. Hannibal's father says, you kill this boy and 100,000 Romans will die in return. They stopped fighting. Tyranny of Rome has awakened the master. On that day, Hannibal Barca was born. And he was about to be the Roman army's worst nightmare. 1 year after this dispute. Okay, so 1 year later it says, the heavens had decided to send Rome a genius capable of competing with the master. A new kid is born. It's probably the Roman Scipio guy, Hannibal's enemy. So, that was it. The first chapter of Ad Astra. In my opinion, a very good chapter. I like the series. I will definitely continue reading it. It's interesting. It's historical. And also a bit creepy. 20 chapters are out. How would I rate this? Pretty highly. I would give it a 9 out of 10. It was very interesting. And I hope you will check it out. The chance of me returning to this series is also very high. More than 90%. I will continue reading the series. And I hope you will try it. And if you have, tell me what you think about it. Tell me if you think it's interesting. This series